Hello and welcome. Today we're diving deep into a culinary journey through the French language. But this isn't just another vocabulary list. Oh no. Think of this as a masterclass, one designed to give you the real confidence you need to navigate everything from a bustling Parisian market to a professional kitchen. So, let's get started. So who's our guide on this journey? Well, this deep dive is brought to you by a French Rendez-Vous, Canada's premier second language school. You know, their expertise in both linguistic precision and cultural fluency makes them the perfect partner for our exploration of French food.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there, staring at a menu and the words just kind of blur together. Well, that feeling of uncertainty, that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. By the end of this, I promise, you'll have the tools to order with total confidence and really just savor every single moment.
First things first, before we can start cooking, we need to stock our linguistic pantry. So let's build our foundation by mastering the essential food categories, just like gathering your ingredients.
All right, let's kick things off with something sweet. Les fruits, the fruits. A simple but absolutely essential category.
Now, what's really interesting here is that usage note. See, most fruits are countable. You can say une pomme, an apple, or une fraise, a strawberry. But look at raisin for grapes. We say du raisin, treating it as a collective, kind of like saying some grapes in English. If you wanted to talk about a specific bunch, you'd say une grappe de raisin.
Okay, from sweet to savory, let's move on to les légumes, the vegetables. So, again, you've got to pay close attention to the usage notes here. We see épinards, spinach, which is almost always plural. But the real game changer here is haricots. It starts with what we call an aspirated H. And this, right here, is a huge aha moment for so many learners. It basically means the H acts like a consonant, creating a kind of barrier. So you can't make a contraction. It is always le haricot, never ever la haricot. We'll circle back to this important rule, don't worry.
All right, our tour through the market continues with what's often the heart of the meal, les viandes et poissons, meats and fish.
So, this slide, it perfectly illustrates another key idea. The difference between talking about the meat as a general substance versus a specific piece. For example, you might buy du poulet, some chicken, when you're talking about the meat in general. But you would order un steak de bœuf, a beef steak, when you mean a specific cut. Getting this distinction down is absolutely fundamental.
Okay, we've gathered our ingredients, now it's time to learn the recipes, the real techniques. This section covers the grammar rules that are going to unlock true fluency and just take your French to a whole new level.
Let's talk about something that's absolutely central to talking about food in French, the partitive article. It's what you use for things you can't really count, or when you just want a portion of something. I mean, you don't want all the cheese in the world, right? You just want du fromage, some cheese. It's the same for de la salade or de l'eau.
Okay, now pay close attention here. This is, without a doubt, one of the most important rules you need to lock down. In a negative sentence, all those partitive articles, du, de la, and de, they all change to de. It's that simple. So, there is some bread, il y a du pain, becomes there is no bread, il n'y a pas de pain. This is a non-negotiable rule. It's a super common slip-up for learners, so getting this right, it seriously makes you stand out.
And here we are again, back with our old friend, the aspirated H. This slide just puts the rule right there in front of you. Because that H in haricot is aspirated, you have to think of it like a consonant, like a little wall that stops you from making that contraction. It's always le haricot. The same thing applies to other words with an aspirated H, like le homard for lobster. Ah, French and its exceptions. You gotta love them. And plurals for food are no different. Just look at œuf for egg. I mean, listen to this. The singular, un œuf. Hear that F sound at the end? But in the plural, des œufs, it completely transforms. The final consonants just disappear, and you get this smooth Z sound connecting them. Des œufs. Then you've got garlic, ail, which has two plural forms, and words like épinards that you'll almost always see in the plural. Okay, so we've got the basics down, we've built that solid foundation. Now let's raise the stakes a bit and see how this all plays out in a professional setting. Because whether you're in catering, public administration, or hospitality, this vocabulary isn't just useful, it's often legally required.
Knowing how to say light and enriches isn't just about ordering for yourself. In professional contexts, like in school cafeterias or at official events, we're talking about public health. It's a serious responsibility.
Okay, this is another one that's super important, especially if you're in the industry. The DLC is the use-by date. That is a strict, hard deadline for health and safety. The DDM, on the other hand, is the best before date, which is all about optimal quality. You absolutely cannot serve a product past its DLC, but a cookie past its DDM. It might just be a little less crispy. So one is about safety, the other is about quality. Huge difference.
Okay, whew. We've covered a ton of ground. So how about a little final tasting? Let's do a quick quiz to help all this information really sink in and put your new skills to the test.
Here's the first one. La recette demande 3 œufs et 100 lait. The recipe calls for 3 eggs and 100 milk. Think back to our rules about countable versus uncountable items. What do you think the correct articles are?
And the answer is des œufs et du lait. We use des because œufs is plural, and we use the partitive article du because lait is an uncountable noun. If you got that, excellent job.
Let's just do a quick recap. We've organized our vocabulary, we've nailed special forms like des œufs and le haricot, and we've learned the crucial rule for using partitive articles. In professional settings, we now get the importance of allergens and dates. You know, this masterclass is really just a taste of the whole learning experience you get at a French Rendez-Vous. Their complete ecosystem includes personalized courses, a 24/7 interactive platform, and tools for every type of learner, all woven together with an approach that's as rich and distinct as the fleur-de-lis of Franco-Canadian heritage.
So, if you're feeling inspired and you're ready to go beyond just the basics and truly master this beautiful language with expert guidance, I really encourage you to visit their website. Honestly, your journey to true French fluency really can start right here.
A French Rendezvous.